Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Paradise Killer. So, I decided that since we seem to be stuck, and I really don't want to go to judge and start the trial before I understand what happened with the two bloodstains in the council room, that I would just do another once-over, like scour the island in a slightly more methodical fashion, which is not maybe the most scintillating content, so I've been doing it off camera. But I found something. I'm not very far into the process, and I already found something. I decided this has got to be something, right? Why would there just be this weird little caged-off room here with no way to access it? So, I was moving around the back of it to see if there was like an extra door, and it turns out there totally is a door that we have not accessed. I don't know if it's actually connected to this citizen services area. Is there? No, that's not anything. But anyway, this is something. The crazy thing is, we must have seen this. Like, I'm wondering if maybe I did see this and we just didn't have the code for it yet. Because, like, we used these ladders to get up this building. I remember that happening. So, yeah. Anyway, here's a nightmare computer that we have not hacked. Let's see what's in here. Hopefully... Okay, it requires some, like, some late-game stuff. So hopefully this will have some real information in it. And that, and this one... And then you and I always forget these ones. That and that. There we go. And then obviously the rest of this stuff is like extremely straightforward. And then, you know, a goat. You know what goats look like. If there are just bloodstones in here, I'm going to be so disappointed. Ugh. Is that? Boy, I sure hope that's a lot of chocolate all over these tarps. Looks like something or someone has been dragged through this shed. And this looks like human waste. A couple days old at most. Okay, that's gross. I'm just going to walk right through it, I guess. I mean, we gotta look... Okay, so someone's been dragged through this shed. I guess this is the bodies, right? Where are we in relation to the crime scene? That's the marshal, so is this... This isn't the building. Wait, where the hell am I in relation to the crime scene? Hey, Starlight. I'm at Syndicate HQ. Yeah, okay. So we're close. Kind of. Kind of, sort of. Like it's way up there, right? Oh no, it's right there. That's it right there, in fact. So, yeah, this would work. I really thought that the bodies were stashed inside of the, inside of the council chamber, though. Like, past that first door, because, like, what was the grate on the ceiling used for if this is where the bodies were hidden? Yeah, that is curious. Okay, well, that doesn't exactly lead to anything else. I think I'm going to just resume my scouring of the island for things we missed real quick. So, like I said, I'm not going to capture that all on camera. I'll bring y'all back in if I stumble across anything else significant. So, see you in a second here. So, in the process of clearing each area once more and tracking down a lot of hearts, even though I think a lot of them are going to turn out to be blood crystals, I found a thing that definitely isn't on this cliff overlooking the farm. There's an alcohol that we missed. Is this relevant and worth capturing on camera? I don't know, man. Maybe at some point one of these things is going to reveal something to us. Do you have any secrets? I tried it once and didn't like it. Why not? The dark spiral in my stomach when someone got close to the secret. That's part of having a secret. That proves it's worth keeping. Oh, it put me off my food. Damn, I was really hoping... Because, like, in theory, that's two of the council members, or two of the syndicate members, right, who have been moved to the next island. So I was kind of hoping, like, maybe if you get enough of these, eventually they say something that's actually relevant. Maybe to, like, somebody's motive or something. but I am starting to think that may not be the case. Seven Spies Whiskey, named after a group of Marshall spies that attempted to infiltrate a hidden ziggurat in Africa, and they never came back. Well, that's why you don't do that. Alright, so there was another heart over here, just below where we are. Okay. It does look like it's actually something. Oh, it's just a memento, though. Well, whatever. You know, these are real items, too. A memento of the 9th island sequence. The oceans boil as an army of demons descend on us. Natasha Silence dies in defense of the Golden Church. Okay, well, that was something. Looks like we got a couple of hearts over there, which are probably just respawned bloodstones. But you know what? I haven't actually gone down into the farm yet, so I'm going to go do that, and I guess the next time I find something interesting, we'll see you then. Well, I found another one of those things. So I have been, like, just re-examining evidence to make sure it's all stuff that we actually looked at before, and these, of course, are just the tire tracks Lydia left up here on the hill above the obelisks, which, yes, we had absolutely seen before. What I had not seen before is that this here is a separate interactable, and I just examined it quickly a moment ago before realizing that it was, in fact, something new. So I want to make sure I get this on camera. There's a sketch of something in the dirt. It's been scrubbed out in a hurry, but this overlooks the obelisks and the Nightmare Computer. And it is next to Lydia's tire tracks. Was this a sketch of what the obelisks reveal? I don't know why she would need to sketch a thing and then scratch it out in a hurry. Maybe the point of this is to tell us that, like, she figured out the code from the obelisks and then, like, wrote it down and took a picture of it with her phone and sent it to Witness or something, and then scratched it out so that Witness could use it to get in. And we still don't actually know who it was of the members of the conspiracy that moved the box containing the demon inside. I would think it would be Witness, since he knows what's in the box and he maybe would not want anyone else to know. And this would seem consistent with that. Yeah, I guess. Alright, well, like I said, I'm still tracking down hearts here, and it seems like there's a lot of hearts up in the temple area, so maybe that's all respawning blood crystals, but maybe I missed a bunch of stuff. And also there's one down here on the beach. Well, I guess let's go get it, and then I'll walk back up to the thing off camera. Oh hey, this is an actual heart. Also, was that another one right there? Oh, I say right there. I guess it's actually pretty far away. And up on that cliff too. Man, maybe I wasn't very thorough in this area. Okay, this is an actual heart. What do we got? What did someone leave behind here? Some playful stones. A common game among children is Celestial Thrones. Stones are arranged on a grid and players take turns moving them to capture the opponent's stones and stacking them. Okay. Well, I mean, that's good. That's good background world flavor. So, yeah, apparently I need to get up on these cliffs, which is a thing you all don't need to watch happen. So, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, this is weird. So, we're on the beach here. I was running down the beach to get to the place where we could get back up on that cliff. And I used meditation vision, and it showed a heart way over there, and I ran over there, and I got it, and it was just a respawned bloodstone. But then I used vision again when I turned around from getting the bloodstone, and it showed a heart here, and I'm almost 100% certain that there was no heart in this location when I ran right through here. I was right next to this. So now I'm wondering if maybe the meditation doesn't always show you everything. Like maybe it shows you, 70% of the hearts that are in an area or something. I could swear I ran right past this, and it wasn't here, like, literally seconds ago. But, alright, it's a real thing, it's a heart, what is it?
Recording obtained.
It's a recording. The lines stop and start, geometric, crisscrossing the air, but not everywhere. I had a visit from the marshals. They're on to me. I bet it was the guy next door. All he does is feed the fish and gossip. Get a life. Well, nobody wants to live next door to a narc. That makes sense. So hold on a second. We're just gonna real quick run this one more time. Okay, that's the one that's up on that cliff over there, and then there's these. And that's low, but it's, yeah, there's a couple low, but they're super, super far away. What is this on the edge of the dock? Is this anything? No. This is just running this light so that these cans are illuminated? Wait, what? Why is this? Wait, why is this? I don't know. It's probably not directly relevant. Did we look at this already? Oh, yeah. We've seen this. And is this unlocked? Okay. Alright. I'm going to get back on track here and stop getting distracted by every little thing. And, you know what the deal is. So, it looks like the mysteries that we missed up here in the Ziggurat area are actually just a bunch of these little things inside the temple. There's like 4 or 5 of them. I mean, we may as well knock these out, but I don't think these are going to be, like, evidence-related. Alright, a carving about the god Moonlight Petal. Expert terraformer and architect built the eternal labyrinth in a dead star, killed during the Great Betrayal in her endless city in Siberia. Her corpse is currently buried deep within the Russian catacombs. And then there was a couple over on this side of the room as well. Yeah, here we go. So I guess I was pretty focused when we were in here. And I missed a bunch of little side things. A carving detailing the history of the god Beautiful Spectre. Master of the astral hunt, the unending skeleton. Ah, we should all be so lucky. Scourge of the Caliber solar system. And somehow I suspect her soul still burns. Yep, here's one. Carving about the god Vile Embrace. The horrifying twins journeyed across the stars to find new races to dissect. A carnal god whose worshippers engage in extreme sex. That feels very judgmental to me. Now listen, who is to say? Who is to say what counts as extreme? Hey. Right, free blood crystal. As you can see, I am rebuilding our supply of blood crystals with all this running around. So, was that it? Are we missing another one? Okay, there's one right here. And then there is something up there. Okay, there's 2 right here, in fact. Well, it's fun to learn about the gods. Oops, I accidentally sprayed a bunch of my blood all over this wall, but I guess it was good enough. A carving about the god Shadow Zero. Capricious god that caused destruction on every planet she touched. Tentacle-armed goat. There are a lot of goats. Why are so many of them goats? Wait, where was that? Wasn't there another one that I was just Did I get myself confused and turned around and think that the one shrine that was right next to us was 2? No, here it is. I just lost sight of it again immediately. Because you know me. A carving that details the god Destroyed Eden, a huge centaur god that roams space. He made a crown of asteroids and filled their caves with the harems of fanged men he encountered on a dying planet. A lot of dying planets out there. So, let's see here. There's still that... Oh, that's actually like on the roof. I thought it was up on that platform. And then there's something way off in the distance that way? Wouldn't that be out on the beach? Did I miss another thing on the beach? How am I so good at missing things? Is there anything on the roof, maybe? No. Except for that thing that we just saw that is probably on the roof. Hold on, let me get in the other room, the upper room, and then meditate again, and we'll see if maybe that's where it was? Have we been on the roof of this place? We might not have been, honestly. No, I slid off the side of that chain, and now I'm hip-deep in blood. Fortunately, she does have those very tall boots on, so I think we probably haven't been exposed to any biohazards, but, I mean, obviously the boots are ruined. Okay. Where is that heart relative to this position? Let's see, we were looking... Okay, it is up there. Well, yeah, what is that? Let's make sure we're not missing anything down here, though. Okay, I think that is something up on the roof. We've interacted with all the stuff in here, right? There's not going to be a secret hidden vial of Akiko's blood. Hey, I got a brilliant plan. What if we killed Akiko, waited for them to bury her, and then stole her blood vial from her grave? I'll give you, it's an unorthodox investigation technique, but I think it just might work. Oh. This seems... No, is this not significant? Okay, I guess it's just a lot of decoration. Alright, let's... Does Grace have anything new for us? Sorry, not Grace. One Last Kiss. One Last Kiss is her name. She does not. So where is... I really wish that the meditation thing didn't take so long and also black out your screen. Where is that thing relative? Here we go. Oh, hold on. That's actually something, though. Oh, it's a... Well, it's almost something. I mean, fine. Why would you build one of these here? Like, who is going to buy from this? Aside from me. Maybe they only ever put one thing in it, because they knew. The elusive chocolate. A chocolate-flavored drink only sold in remote locations. Hard to find, but worth it. Okay, I guess they have a whole gimmick figured out. So, like... Have we ever been up on the roof? I don't think we have, but I think we might be able to get up there. I mean, this is too steep, right? We're gonna slide off this, yeah. Maybe there'll be a flatter way up from one of these edges? Or mayhap we were just never meant to approach that. Okay, that's weird. I mean, that's just random geometry sticking through, but we might be able to stand on it. Let me just verify that, yeah, it looks like there's no intended way up here. Alright, let's see if we can stand on that corner. So we might be able to get ourselves up onto the roof from there. I did go down and have a look at the farm, by the way, already, and I am fairly sure that we didn't miss anything there. So the plan is going. Okay, I definitely stopped on it for a second. Let's just make sure we're looking right at it. Okay. Nope, that's not enough height. We would need to be even higher. Hey you. We probably have a hangout available, right? Can I ask you anything else about demonology? No, I cannot. I have all the time in the world, until the island ends. So are you worried about, like, blinking out of existence when this island ends? What a wonderful bedside manner, investigator. Listen, I'm a detective, not a doctor. If you do your job, then I have nothing to worry about. My killer will be brought to justice, and I can be laid to rest. Yeah. Are you hoping for, like, an afterlife? I mean, I guess you're currently... At least according to the story you're telling us, which I am not necessarily inclined to believe, you are currently in an afterlife. Heaven? Hell? Eternal paradise in the cosmos? Or an endless suffering in whatever the degenerate hell the gods have devised? It isn't something to worry about. It can't be helped. What if there is no afterlife, and you spend your life hoping there is? What a waste. Okay, very judgmental. Do you believe in the afterlife, investigator? I'm immortal, so I don't really have a strong position on it, I guess. Listen, life is to be lived, not spent waiting, says the person who just spent 3 million days waiting. Ha! Bravo, investigator, you get it. Hey, isn't it heresy not to work toward heaven with the gods? Oh, just because something is heretical doesn't mean it's wrong. Besides, you can do the work of the gods without being burdened by the worry of heaven and hell. Attachment leads to suffering. Trust me, I have a unique perspective on this. I guess... Ah, nothing new though. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess we'll come back later and continue hanging out, although my suspicion, like I said, my suspicion is that we've probably gotten all, or yeah, at least most of, what we're gonna get out of hanging out with people. Then again, we did pull a new probe as recently as last episode. Alright, so there's nothing else up here. I guess my journey... What is this?
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
Okay, I feel like there should have been some dialogue before I did that, but apparently this is what these were for. I'm downright amazed at what I can destroy with some pile bunker gauntlets. I really wish that stuff like this would show up on the Mystery Vision. I guess I know why it doesn't, but... So she just decided to use the one use of those we had left. This must be... Okay, something fairly significant. That's a whole character. Is that a whole ass character?
No, you are not her.
What is happening right now? Who are you?
Matar called me Danonigata.
The Nonigata. A child born into darkness. Born never to be known. Is this Carmelina's kid? Who is your mother?
Corridor lady.
The corridor lady. That could be Carmelina. I need more from that. Actually, I also need to know this, though. What about your father? It's a great question.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Okay, so why are you here?
I thought I escaped.
You cannot escape blood. He's got more lines. Of course he's got more
What the
lines.
hell?
This guy's got a lot more dialogue than... he's got a lot more of his... larger percentage of his lines spoken than I'm used to. That's a gunshot wound. We need to get you treated. Oh, it sure is. I don't know, man. I just, like... I've been so thrown by the situation. I was just like, he has a weird red splotch on his chest. It's just... People are weird here. So, this is... Jesus Christ. I'm glad that I was doing my thing, but to be perfectly honest with you, I thought we had finished investigating that area and I was about to leave. We stumbled into this 100% by accident, and it's actually extremely lucky. No, I
They
failed.
want me dead.
Well, somebody shot you. I mean, I know who shot you.
Don't test me.
Who wants you dead? Mother and the man. Who's the man? Sometimes a friend, sometimes
Don't
not.
test me.
And why do they want you to... Lady Love Dies, fucking press. Ask for details about the man. She is so easy... Like, she's so eager to give up on topics of conversation. I find this very frustrating. Why do they want you dead? What did you fail at?
My death.
Okay. I'm gonna press on the destiny. He doesn't seem concerned about the bullet wound.
Don't like this.
Was your destiny killing the council?
The council, there are people in the room.
Yes, they are.
Oh, yes.
But if they hadn't been, that wouldn't have been your destiny. That's a weird.
Shot me.
Yeah, I know. I killed them. My knife danced. The room became red. Okay. I wasn't the only monster in the room. It wasn't supposed to be there. What do you mean?
The lines that were hidden.
I made this. She thinks I didn't, but I know more than she thinks. See the lines that were hidden.
There is a
Corridor
room
key.
in paradise for me.
You need to see why. Do we have a locked door that we not... Corridor key. Is it maybe a key to the wall? Because, like, Lady Love Dies explicitly said that it does not seem like there is a secret door or anything in the position where the blood just goes into the wall. But maybe that's what this is the key to anyway. Maybe she's just wrong. You're gonna die if you don't get that gunshot wound treated.
Life has been bad.
Okay, I mean... Listen, I don't know that I can necessarily argue with him.
Shouldn't have been born.
That's weird.
That seems... Oh! He slit his throat. That did not sound like he slit his throat. That sounds like he took his head clean off.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Well, that's
The
perfect.
investigator is here.
So, who really were you? And what the hell is going on here? I could take a blood sample at least. The blood sample isn't in the database, but there's a hit. Okay, this is Carmelina's kid. Who's the father, though?
That's strange. Sure.
Yes, Denonigate was her father, or was her child, but who's the father, though? His sample matches the one used to open the third sealed bloodlock last night. Okay. So Aiz Kiwami was used to open it 2 days ago. He just opened it himself last night. So he would have gone through with Yuri? Or with some pink flower petals for the purpose of implicating Yuri, I guess. And that explains some of the blood.
What the hell?
Well, what did you know? Is that supposed to be what do you know? Aiz Kiwami's blood matches Okay. So, it was Carmelina and Aiz.
Don't like this.
So wait a second here.
That's strange.
Yeah, I guess Carmelina's blood wouldn't have gotten them through the gate because she's syndicate, but she's not council. Right. And there's some kind of strange... Is this actually the solution to all of the questions that we had left? No, it's not, because we still have the issue of the barracks to work out, but this is a lot. Was this used to get through the fourth Holy Seal? And he has a knife, it's a perfect blade, and it's covered in blood.
Got it.
His own blood, and also all of the council members. So, the answer to the mystery is literally just buried underneath an inconspicuous dirt pile on top of a hill, and you just have to wander into it. I don't know if I like that as a solution. There's no blood on here that matches the marshals guarding the council building, though. And it couldn't have caused the ragged gashes in their throats. I mean, but we have some explanations for that, right? So somehow he got to the council without going through the guards. His knife matches the lacerations on the murder victims.
Don't test me.
Yep, and his blood is the blood splatter. So, okay. He broke into the council penthouse, started attacking, and Montserrat shot him, and then also the demon was out at the same time. He saw the demon. His blood matches the blood trail that ended at the wall, which answers the who, but not the what the hell. He said it would allow me to use the hidden corridors. So, I'm actually kind of annoyed about that. Like, first of all, this is kind of a dumb answer. And again, it being like a thing you just have to, like, it's a hidden thing you just have to accidentally stumble onto. There being no, like, clues that it's here or anything. Maybe it seems like a more interesting mystery if you find it before you find the gauntlets. But the gauntlets are kind of a dumb thing too. Right, like, they're incredibly destructive. They're a super powerful weapon, and they can only be used once. Who knows why? And, like... But then, on top of all that stuff, we were told that one of the blood splashes in the place had Aiz Kiwami's blood. We were told that another one had had Aiz Kiwami's DNA. We were told that another one had Carmelina's DNA, but Starlight didn't identify them as being the same blood. Which it should have, right? If they fucking were the same blood. I don't think that's so good, frankly. Okay, it's a key to that, probably. So, what else in here? He was just, like, living down here and doing martial arts, and... Can I investigate his body? A secret killer hidden in the depths of paradise. I do so love these islands. Okay, well... Yeah, Alright, let's just go through let's go through the key. Let's see where this goes. May as well tumble down the rabbit hole. These islands are so... Yeah, this is the thing that made them weird. What's behind door number 1? That's a great question.
That's weird.
These corridors can't be attached to where I found Dainonigate. That was on the edge of a cliff. Starlight doesn't know where I am. And he said his mother's the corridor lady, right, which... Blood test confirms she's Carmelina. So did she make these? Looks like there are several portals to elsewhere. A couple seem to go to the Syndicate apartments, including what I presume is Witness's balcony. He always gets the biggest balcony, so he can watch the island's end. One portal looks like it goes to the lobby of the council building. The other is different. It looks like an amateur job that's punched through into these corridors. Does that one bypass the seals somehow? This is actually just going to answer almost every question we have left. And it's just like a... It feels unearned, right? Like, so this is where he came through after having been shot. So this is going to just take us to that wall.
Got it.
Okay, that corridor was different. It looks amateurish. This bypasses the seals. Referred to his mother as the Corridor Lady. His blood proves that Carmelina is his mother, so she made these corridors. I don't know why she keeps repeating this stuff. Like, this is all... Not only is this all stuff we know, but it's all stuff that we knew when she said it a few seconds ago. The corridors skip sections of space and allow the user to cross the island in an extremely short space of time. He said he'd been trained to kill. Did Carmelina hide him and use these corridors to get him to the council to commit murder last night? The corridor that he used to escape back to his hideaway wasn't the same as the others. Maybe he inherited his mother's architecture powers as she inherited them from her parents, and created it himself. So why didn't Carmelina just make a corridor that bypassed the
The
seals?
investigator is here.
The council kept the seals a mystery to her. If she doesn't know what they are, she probably couldn't build a corridor to a location she doesn't know. But that doesn't make sense. She still built this space, right? She just didn't build... Again, there's this thing where, like, she had to have built the hole that the lock goes into, so she should have known the shape of it at the very least. Whatever. So she came up with an elaborate plan that required Dainonigate to be able to get through the locks, but then he didn't actually need to. And after he got injured, he just left with magic powers, because, you know. So Carmelina and Witness were together at the time of the murder. There's a 5-minute window when Witness stepped out on his balcony to take a call from Akiko. Carmelina could have used that time to travel through one of these corridors, get to Dainonigate, and take him to the council building. Yeah, I guess. So can I... Okay, I can take it back now. So... I also think it's a little bit dumb that, like, in that position, they have a line of dialogue where she's specifically like, well, there's definitely no secret door here. And, like, and there totally is, and it's just a kind like, I don't know. She wouldn't have known how to operate this secret door, so I guess it's not, like, out of character or the game directly lying to us, but it's still kind of lame. Alright, this looks like it goes to a syndicate apartment, probably Carmelina's. That would explain how she accessed the corridors. This is so messed up. It is weird that we can't get through it, though. This looks like it takes us to the space right behind the first seal. Yep. So a network of secret corridors across the island that contained a hidden killer. Did Carmelina set this plan up years ago? It was nearly a perfect plan. If Judge hadn't summoned me, she might have got away with it. Or she could still get away with it if I don't present the right evidence. This is a bizarre case. Well, I feel like we've got the evidence on this one. This seems conclusive. Right, I know we're not the one who gets to actually make the call. That's Judge's job, but, like, he's very bad at his job if he can't convict off this. And yep, Witness's balcony. This one leads to Witness's apartment. A conspiracy crafted from the fabric of the island. Did Carmelina's hidden killer commit the crime to end all crimes? I mean, yeah. Yes, we know that. Unsurprisingly, I can now accuse I can yell at Witness about stuff. I mean, is there anything... I guess there's nothing else really more pressing. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and yell at our dude here. We are at maximum hangout, but you're about to be very unhappy about what I'm going to say to you. Maybe not. Maybe this is going to be gentler than I was expecting. Hey, Carmelina was in your apartment all last night, right? What about when you stepped out to take a call? Well, I didn't see her out on my balcony. I was over there. I stepped out using my sliding door. So if Carmelina had left by the front door, you wouldn't have seen her. I wouldn't. I also didn't hear the elevator, so if she did leave my apartment, she would only have been out here. And did you hear the elevator every time I have come to speak to you? Now that you present that question to me, I am surprised to say that I didn't. I put it down to exhaustion. I haven't slept. Why are you asking? I just, doing my job here, the thing that I'm here to do where I ask questions, because it's my job.
I am still bathed in the glory of the gods.
That's a weird little bit of juking going on there, where he then goes, oh no wait, actually I can't hear the elevator, never mind that thing I just said. But then it turns out that she definitely didn't use the elevator anyway, so it doesn't matter whether or not he could hear the elevator. Okay, so with all of this new information, what exactly do we want to do? Do we want to go jump Carmelina about this? Let me make sure I got everything out of this room. Because, occasionally I miss stuff. So he's got a weird couple of banks of lockers. Yeah, okay. I guess we got everything. I cannot, in fact, leave the way I came in. Obviously, that would break suspension of disbelief. Okay, well... I guess... So we'll go out here. So, I guess the thing to do now is confront Carmelina. Right? We have a lot of evidence. We can say some real harsh shit to her, and hopefully she, panics and... I don't know, that's not an awesome plan, but what else are we gonna do with this information? Where's the nearest phone? Is it... it's right there, I can hear it. Let me make sure that she... Yes, okay, she does read as having an exclamation point. No big surprise there, right? Alright, let's go lay it on her. So where does that leave us? If we don't know who the man was. Because it wasn't Eyes. But it must have been Yuri, right? Because if Carmelina's plan required Dainonigate to get through the doors, or she thought it required them to get through the locks, Yuri's the only person who could have opened the second lock, because Lydia and Witness were both elsewhere, and they're the other two people who know the code. So Yuri took Dainonigate, but does Yuri need to be there if... that's consistent with his flower petals being there. Why would Carmelina and Yuri both need to be present for that, though? I don't know, that's weird. We need to go to Syndicate HQ. Right? That's the building she's in, isn't it? Now I'm realizing I'm not... Yeah, it totally is. It's the building with Montserrat's thing on the front. Yeah. I know what I'm doing. Kind of, sometimes.
What do you want?
Alright, buddy, just let me in. I do think it's super weird that dialogue exchange has to happen. How can you be of assistance? Let's hang out. Let me just give you a chance to surrender here. Is there anything you want to say to me? Can I ask you something, Architect? What is it? How can you be sure that the next island will be perfect? There are no certainties in architecture and design. Both are nebulous and subjective. We can never be sure that the design of the next island will be perfect.
The investigator is here.
So then, why are people calling it Perfect 25? The mind always looks for reassurance, something concrete to hold on to. The world is chaotic, and people crave respite.
We have achieved perfection.
We believe we have solved the problem of demonic corruption. The Syndicate seized upon this as a sign of success, a sign of perfection. And do you think it will be perfect?
That is its own reward.
As close as we've come to it. The Syndicate has so many problems to solve with the islands. Our work is always undermined by the threat of demonic corruption. We cannot do our holy work while our home rots around
The
us.
investigator is here.
Can the Syndicate cope if Perfect 25 fails? It's true, it does seem like a lot of people have put a lot of weight into this. It won't fail. Hypothetically.
This is nonsense.
Concentrate on your investigation. Let me worry about perfection. relationship increased. Okay, so we did get another probe off of that. I'm real curious what you might have to say at this point.
Your pardon?
I wasn't truthful. Witness used that bunker for an illegal study of demons. He wanted to find out all we could for the sake of the island. Ever since the beginning of the Syndicate, there has been zero tolerance on demons. The missed knowledge frightened him. He trapped a killer demon and experimented on it. Wow, she really is just going to totally give him up. I mean, again, this is just her throwing him under the bus to protect herself, right? I haven't set foot in there for years, since before he started. And yet somehow you know this. So where did he get a killer demon, anyway? Oh, he trapped one, I don't know how. I kept his secret. He still means a lot to me. The killer demon would die when Island 24 ceases to exist. Henry's demon had already done irreparable damage to the island. This one wasn't going to do any more. And what about Witness? I put it out of my mind. We fell apart and each other's matters became private again. Yeah, she's absolutely throwing him under the bus. What if I said that there were secret trans-dimensional corridors crisscrossing the island?
We have achieved perfection.
Well, I'd say that you've spent too long in the scorching sun. So, you don't know anything about that. Well, I have no idea what you're talking about. To be clear, you are denying crafting secret corridors and hiding a killer within them. Well, of course I am. That's totally unbelievable. I think you need a rest, investigator. A crime doesn't rest, so nor do I. That's not exactly the coolest or cleanest way to express that. Let's see you explain this away in the trials. Explain what? A total fantasy? Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so again, if there's any idea of you being able to do a thing that is bad ever in this game, the thing we just did is really bad, right? Giving her the information that we know so she has time to prepare some kind of defense while getting literally nothing out of it. Definitely a bad move from an investigation standpoint. And then we're all just like very polite with each other afterward. Okay, well. A conspiracy crafted from the fabric of the island. We're just gonna say this right to this, Marshall, huh? Did Carmelina's hidden killer commit the crime to end all crimes? Yes. Well, I mean, partially. He did commit it, it's just a killer demon also committed it at the same time. So, Carmelina is totally responsible for Dainonigate getting in there and doing his thing, and then she's also partially responsible for the other. I assume she and Witness worked together on the other conspiracy, and she just sort of kept that in her back pocket, and her plan was to use that to excuse the thing that she was doing. Right, like, her plan works, and then she blames Witness's plan for everything that happened, whether or not Witness's plan works. Yeah, I think things are definitely becoming clearer. So we still have the question, though, of exactly what it is that happened to Henry in the barracks. But yeah, I think this completely clears up all the rest of the questions I had about access to the seals and about who did what with the other bloodstains. I'm still pretty annoyed with that solution. It feels a little bit like they figured out what all the mysteries should be without having a solution in mind, and then they were like, ah crap, we didn't come up with anything for all these, let's just tie them all together at the last minute before kicking the story out the door. I'm sure that's not what happened, and probably some element of it feeling that way to me is that that's kind of the way that we uncovered it, but yeah, not so good. Also, you can tell, like, a lot less effort was put into Dainonigate's character design. Like, it's a lot less interesting. It's just like a generic slapdash, wacky anime murderer, which is a bummer. Okay, we still don't know how to get into the damn barracks. I cannot really go at anybody else with the information here. I still don't know how we're going to get in the barracks, but I guess we could go harass Witness. Again, my suspicion is that there's nothing we can do that will make our trial less effective, that all of our actions are always positive, because that's how these games usually work. So that being the case, I don't think there's any reason not to go yell at Witness that we totally figured out everything that happened. He's probably just gonna, like, hard deny everything, right? We already came at him about the bunker before, didn't we? What's up, Witness?
Is this a fact?
Hey, Witness, I have testimony that you were using the secret bunker for demonology research, and also there's like 1,000 pictures of the specific demon down there, so testimony seems like it would really be secondary or maybe even tertiary evidence. From who?
I have a bad
Who do you
feeling
think?
about-
Gods are watching us.
Well, whatever you think you know, you don't. I always work for our holy masters.
Gods are displeased.
This has nothing to do with the murder of the council, though.
Sure.
I found a killer demon inside the council penthouse with the victim's blood all over its claws. You think you're onto something, but you don't know what you're talking
When
about.
love dies, all that
Okay,
remains are the
so why don't you tell me? If you think you have some wild conspiracy theory, you will need to prove it in the trials. I won't talk further about this. I was kind of hoping we were going to get somebody to break down and confess, but I guess that's just not the kind of story it's going to be.
Of the gods.
Okay, so what do we still not know? Okay, things are coming off the list at least. I mean, there's still this. I was just at the farm and the beach, though. Okay, so we still... Now we know where the bodies came from. It still doesn't make a lot of sense to me, though, because, like, why was that Great Pride open then? I guess there are tire tracks up there. I guess Lydia could have moved the demon box through the grate. It did say something was dragged through, right? And if Lydia dragged the demon box through the gate, then that means that part of the plan doesn't need a way to bypass the marshals, or rather, that is the way to bypass the marshals, which means Akiko might not have been involved in that conspiracy. So in that case, that conspiracy is Lydia and Sam. Tire tracks everywhere. We know Sam was storing the god flesh. And Witness, obviously. And then also kind of Crimson Acid, because she got the key from KHX. And also Carmelina, effectively. But Carmelina's actual hands aren't on any part of that. We won't be able to convict her necessarily on that one. And then we have the second conspiracy, which is Carmelina and Yuri and Secret Magic Teleport Baby. Which is still a shitty answer. That still kind of sucks. I'm assuming there must be clues or something that can lead you to that secret bunker. It can't just be a thing you have to stumble across the way I did. I don't know. Maybe we'll find some more stuff. Like I'm still not done with my survey of the island. Yeah. All right. Well, maybe that's the thing to get back on. Let's not lose track of what we were doing here. So, yeah, I'm gonna go do that, and I guess I'll just draw you back in if I notice anything anywhere near as significant. Alright, this almost certainly isn't gonna matter, but I found a Dead Nebula machine that still has a drink in it, which we should definitely buy. Lost Mountain Water. Lost Mountain. Beautifully clear water, once obtained from a well on an ancient mountain. The mountain was lost millennia ago. The water has never tasted the same since. How would the water even know? I ask you. Okay, I think probably... I was kind of thinking maybe something will still happen once we get the last Dead Nebula water, but... Maybe, or the last Dead Nebula drink, but maybe not. Maybe we're done with that whole plot line. Okay, so I guess back to it then. Hey, check out this island memento I found all the way out here on the edge of the beach. Again, just chasing hearts. Island sequence 004, memento. We understand. Communing with the gods lets the alien devils in. They rot our islands and condemn us to failure. We must never speak to them. But some do not obey the law. Yeah, it turns out people love to commune with the gods. You know, for certain definitions of commune. Is there anything else out here while I'm out here? There's a bunch of stuff way off in the distance. Okay, it looks like actually, I am done finding stuff on this side of the island now. Alright, well, I found a couple more dead Nebula machines. I didn't pop on the recording for each of them because, like I said, I thought the plot had extinguished itself. But it turns out, apparently, I was wrong. Or rather, I was right at some point in the past and then got wrong. But now we are corrected. We drank every drink, and apparently it matters. You must need to pee something hellish. See you on Perfect 25. Nope, never mind. That was... Good news, everyone. I found a Shinji. I mean, for a certain definition of good. And also, I guess, for a certain definition of news. Anyway. How many dead bodies have you seen?
Don't like this.
Enough to last a lifetime. And my lifetime is infinite, so you know that it's got to be a large number. Well, that must be a lot since you're immortal. Okay, Shinji, I'll tell the jokes around here, thanks.
Sure.
Well, a lot has happened on these islands. Yeah, really wicked shit, I bet. I would love to have seen it. Cool, good. That was a good... I'm glad that happened. So I'm here on this rooftop. We spent a lot of time running around the tops of these buildings. I bet I saw this Shinji. Because I remember when we were up there, that we had seen several of them on top of things. And then I got, like, distracted by trying to grab the one that was up on that tower or something, and I just spaced on this. So... I mean, it's good. We should clean up... Every once in a while, Shinji has something to say that seems like it's actually plot relevant rather than just character relevant. At this point, I feel like we understand his character pretty well. We don't really need that stuff so much. Also, apparently there's a bloodstone. Actually, that might be a drink. I think it's a bloodstone. And there's something else up there, and that's like the top of the Marshall Barracks, right? I'm starting to think maybe it is in fact the case that there's an entrance we missed or something, because how else could there be a thing up there we've not seen? Alright, well I think that's the next goal. Let's see if we can get up there. Look at all this mobility. It's amazing what having clean feet will do for you. I guess I could, okay. We could climb up on this building and jump over from there. That's probably the smart way to do that. I always forget, you know, I'm playing other games in between sessions of Paradise Killer. And Paradise Killer is the only game that I've played in quite some time that has this thing where you have actually zero control over your momentum in the air, because that's not how we design video games in the post-NES era. Because why would you do that? Why would you put your players through something like that? You'd have to be some kind of monster. Alright, let's get up here. I know we've been up here before. They even have a ladder that takes you just like right up onto the... Boy, yeah, I should have seen this before. Okay, it is definitely a bloodstone. And as such, probably not even really worth going after. Let's not fall down. Let's go up here. Okay, well the thing up here was also a bloodstone. But it's also a surface of the barracks that I've not yet been on. And that could be very relevant. I hate that there's all this little like duct work that she doesn't step over naturally. They could have just made that, you know? So unfortunately, where are we relative to what we saw before? That's a door down there. Huh. It does look like it's quite a large area inside the Marshall Barracks. So is the entrance that we saw before up here? Is this that surface? Yes, it is. Okay. Maybe there is in fact another way in. It would seem very strange for there to be this entrance if you're not supposed to use it, but maybe you're supposed to go in somewhere else first and like clear the marshals out in some way and then... Okay, let's just have another look around this exposed surface up here. I mean, we can see pretty well from up here that there's nothing easily visible That would just take us down to where that ladder goes. This is the last really big, obvious thing left, right? I feel like I understand the other conspiracies quite well. That's a bloodstone. Well, I say the other conspiracies. When I talk about the conspiracies, what I'm really thinking about is, one, the conspiracy that resulted in the demon getting placed. I feel like I understand that one very, very well at this point. Two, the one that resulted in the other bloodstains, and we understand that pretty well at this point as well. And then, of course, there's the whatever it is that happened with Grace Bloodlines and Henry originally getting possessed, which seems like a plot that we've not 100% resolved. Like, we know who gave him the books, and we know that he did not have to be given motive. He came with motive. He was prepped. Have we been up there? Hold on a second. Right, like he was eager for a chance to do some damage, and Yuri just gave him the means. Huh. I think this is an area that... Oh, wait a minute. Is this just the... This is just the elevator that leads up to the bar, isn't it? Maybe that's all. Maybe that's all this is, in which case we have been up here precisely once, and then we've used this phone to... Yeah, okay. Well, that's why I didn't remember it very well, because it's a place we've been exactly one time. But I really don't feel like I have an awesome grasp of the whole murder of Grace Bloodlines thing. I don't know. It's not directly relevant, I suppose. Where are we relative to that bloodstone? I saw a bloodstone up here, and now I've... it's down a little bit. Okay. I mean, when we don't have to jump off of a thing that we would later have to climb back up in order to get them, they're still important to get. You know, I'm still using them to travel around the island a bit. I'm sure you've noticed that as the clips have gone on here, our count is going up and down. So this just takes us up there. Okay. Yeah, we still need to resolve this, this barracks issue. Also, I'm so nervous about trying to jump up on top of things because of the extremely small degree of air control you have. I'm always worried about jumping over. Okay, you know what? I don't exactly know how much footage I've collected, but it's probably an episode-ish. It's an episode-ish worth. So I think this is where we're going to call it. Boy, there's nothing even happening on my computer right now. I don't know how OBS is having such a hard time loading this. Whatever. That is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. This took a little bit longer to put together than I was intending. It was a few more hours of walking around. But we made some real good progress today, even if I'm not like 100% happy with all of the answers we found. When you come back next time, probably tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, we're going to figure out a way to get into the barracks here. Like, there has to be a way, and we're going to find it. And that's all there is to it. And we'll see you then.